Hey guys, back with another video for you today, and I've got some awesome discounted offerings today that I'm going to talk to you about. And I do a video like this once a week and highlight some amazing fragrances that I consider great deals. And I know you guys have been liking these videos of highly discounted fragrances, so I'll continue doing them once a week and let you know about some amazing fragrance deals at the discounters online. So I'm talking about 20 different fragrances. Plus, I'm going to do a small mini haul after the end of the suggestions that I'm going to recommend to you. And the mini haul is also mostly available still. The fragrances that I bought within doing videos like this, and finally they've arrived, and I'm going to let you know about them. So in case you like the idea, you can check them out after me smelling them, of course, because these are blind buys and I don't know the fragrances yet. So this is another video of highly discounted fragrances. I have every fragrance that I'm talking about here timestamp tagged, and the way to find the product is on screen on the left and the bottom. There's a little button, an icon that goes back and forth with the product that I'm talking about at that timestamp or chapter, and the icon. You click on that, it opens up a window on the computer on the side, and most likely it's on the bottom on a phone. So you can search through the products there and buy them. These are all tagged to 3 to 4 different retailers. So this is through YouTube shopping, by the way. So let's get started with the list. Talking about the house of TEO CABANEL. This is Cafe Cabanel. This is normally 100 ml for $200. You can get it now for $79. So it's more than 50% off. This is a Cecile Zarokian creation. And this is a coffee, buttery, creamy latte experience. And this is, like I said, a Cecile Zarokian creation. There's definitely similarities to this with other fragrances that she's created. Most importantly, material. I'm not saying it's identical. This goes very ambery, resinous, but there's definitely coffee here, a latte, more milky, and a very resinous, ambery experience. So it's this brand is not very distributed in the States, and I think also the version that's available is with their new bottle. This is their previous bottle. I think the new bottles are clear. Double check, but this is really, really highly discounted right now. Normally $200, it is now $79. So that's Cafe Cabanel from the house of TEO CABANEL. Get your bottle before the discount runs out. Again, that brand is not distributed in the States. I don't see them selling anywhere. So maybe they might be somewhere that I'm not aware of. Maybe it's not even a store that has an online presence, but it is selling right now at the discounters, and these deals do not last, so take advantage of them before they run out. So let's move on to another fragrance from the house. This is Barkhane. So Barkhane is normally around $200. This is right now around $100. So this is 50% off. Barkhane is a myrrh resin focused amber fragrance. Super spicy, smoky, and intense take on resinous amber fragrance. It's really, really awesome if you really like fragrances that are full in your face, super resinous and spicy, warm, rich, kind of opulent resinous amber fragrances. So this is one of the earlier fragrances from the house, whereas TEO CABANEL's Cafe Cabanel is a more recent fragrance. I believe Cafe Cabanel came out around 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Even though both of them are kind of ambery, I think Barkhane is more traditional amber, and Cafe Cabanel is more like a coffee gourmand buttery amber. So if you like that really intense, spicy, resinous, not super sweet take on amber, definitely try Barkhane. It focuses on the myrrh note, and right now that's around 50% off. So normally around $200 suggested retail. It is around $100 right now. A great price. And again, these are timestamp tagged. You can take advantage of the deals as I'm talking about them. And let's move on to the next fragrance. This one keeps coming up. It's not distributed in the States anymore. I think this is distributed internationally, but I can't see it in any stores locally or within the States. This is from the house of Tom Ford. It's the original Tom Ford Noir, one of the best men's fragrances ever created. You must get your nose on this. If you don't know it, take advantage of it. I don't know how long this will be around for, much longer. It's kind of the same situation as Tobacco Oud. That was also a fragrance that was distributed, but not widely. It was available in the UK, maybe other Middle Eastern stores, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. This is the same thing. This is the original Tom Ford Noir. Right now it's 100 ml for $127. I think this is around $250 if you bought it suggested retail. So it's about $100, a little over $100 off. But this, to me, if you like the idea of Habit Rouge and maybe the idea of Musk Ravageur combined together, this is kind of what this smells like to me. It's super sexy, musky, warm, kind of spicy. And of course, I've got that musky touch coming through here, slightly animalic, but it's an amber in the base in the end. And it's definitely something, I guess, didn't click with people. That's why I think they launched Noir Extreme, and that became the actual Noir fragrance for the guys. But the original Tom Ford Noir, I highly recommend it. Please try it. It is really, really good. Really good. And remember, I said it's like taking Musk Ravageur and combining it with Habit Rouge and kind of making an original fragrance with it. And it smells really, really fantastic. I absolutely love it. So if you haven't tried it, please do. It's 100 ml for $127. And normally the suggested retail, if that was still selling in the States, it's going to be around $250, right? I think the Parfum editions of the Signature are $300, but the Eau de Parfum fragrances are around $250. So get that fragrance. I personally recommend it. It's a great designer offering for the guys from Tom Ford. And again, if it's anything like Tobacco Oud, I don't know if that's going to be around any much longer. So if you don't have a bottle, look for it and get it. And I've got it tagged here. Let's move on to something a bit cheaper. A designer offering for the guys once again. This is TUMI's Continuum, my favorite TUMI fragrance. Right now you can get a tester for $30. 100 ml tester for $30, or full presentation for $42. Great fragrance, designer, but I think one of the best designers out there on the market currently. It's unique, it's warm, it's ambery, it's a bit fizzy, boozy, almost like a rum and coke experience for me, but there's definitely some depth there. It's definitely on the warmer side. It's not a cool, crisp fragrance, but definitely something that they've done amazing for the guys. When they initially launched the TUMI men's fragrances, the two first ones were kind of boring for me. I didn't care for them. When they launched this one, I was all over it. I really, really liked it. It's the kind of fragrance I like. I like warm, spicy, resinous fragrances, and that's exactly what I would expect the brands launching these days, especially since they no longer, launch fragrances like they were launching in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s and things like that. So this is awesome. Check it out. Continuum. It's really, really inexpensive also. 100 ml for $30 is a really great price. $42 is also a great price, but get the tester. I don't think you need the full presentation for that one. And you'd save another $12. Okay, the next 4 or 5 fragrances I am highlighting here because the brand has rebranded and the size of the bottles are changed. But there's some stock out there of the original bottles, and I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Take advantage of it, get it right away, because these are not going to last anymore. And 100 ml bottles are now 75 ml, so you're getting a less 25 ml less juice, and you're paying about the same price. So here's the first one. We're talking about Jovoy, by the way. Incident Diplomatique now is 70. Well, the whole entire brand is now 75 ml. So that is the deal with this. So pretty soon, none of these 100 ml bottles will be around, and you won't be able to buy 100 ml. And that means you're getting 25 ml less juice. You can get this now at the discounter for $213. I think this is around the normal price of these fragrances now, but you're getting 25 ml more juice. In fact, the 75 ml of Incident Diplomatique sells for $210. So basically you're paying $3 more for 25 ml juice. So get it right away. Incident Diplomatique is one of my all-time favorites. I highly recommend that one. It's a great, very sexy combo of vetiver and patchouli, very masculine, woody, earthy, a little citrusy as well, and some warm spices thrown in. And it garners me compliments. So this is, a great deal at this price, especially since the new size is 75 ml. So you're going to get 25 ml more juice. And then we're going to also talk about Aqua Memorabilis. This is also the same exact thing. 100 ml for $213. Normally it's 75 ml for $210. Did you want, I can go ahead and smell these as well, because I already know what Incident Diplomatique is like, but let me go ahead and do it. I think it's Incident Diplomatique is one of the best combos of vetiver and patchouli together. Earthy notes together. You really have the signature touch of the vetiver in here, and that kind of dampness, that aromatic woodiness, grassiness is there. But then this is also laced with the patchouli, and it amplifies the earthiness, but it adds that sexy layer to the fragrance. And then, of course, as I said, there's some citruses here. There's also some warm, spicy notes, and it's very, very sexy. Now we're talking about the Aqua Memorabilis. Once again, this is also currently selling for $213 in a 100 ml bottle. These 100 ml bottles are not going to last, by the way. So get them right away before they completely run out. So this is a super juicy, citrusy offering, and I can smell. It's not tart; it's on the sweet side. So I feel like there's a lot of orange here. The orange note is pretty prominent with this fragrance. Super juicy, a little zesty. There's some light spices in there. There's some musky notes and maybe faint aromatics as well. But for me, this is almost like orange juice, kind of like orange sanguine a little bit, but with a bit more depth. So this is $213 right now for the 100 ml. Normally, if you go to a store, you're only going to be able to find the 75 ml for $210. So that is a great, great price. Next, we've got Private Label. This is the least expensive of the ones I'm talking about from JOVOY. This is $200 currently for the 100 ml, and normally 75 ml is $210. And Private Label is super masculine, very butch, woody, earthy, aromatic, spicy fragrance. And with this one, you've got cypriol, you've got vetiver, you've got dark woods, you've got lacquered woods, and boozy experiences. It's almost like smoking a cigar in a men's dark lounge or bar or something, and sipping on a whiskey at the same time. It's just that's the way the fragrance comes off to me. So there's definitely a booziness in this. It acts boozy, it's spicy, it's overly woody, and I think it's the cypriol that's creating that boozy effect. And cypriol to me is a woody, grassy note, almost like vetiver. They kind of almost share similarities, but not quite. And for me, it's a very masculine offering, which is awesome. So this is right now $200. Normally it's $210 for a 75 ml. This is the 100 ml, by the way. And again, these won't last much longer. And then we've got 21 Conduit Street. This is it right here. This is also kind of citrusy fresh, but this is also a little bit musky, amber woody, I should say. So it's got ambroxan. I think if I was to pick between this 21 Conduit Street and Aqua Memorabilis, I prefer 21 Conduit Street over Aqua Memorabilis. This one has a little bit more depth to me, even though it feels not as thick as Aqua Memorabilis. But then for me, Aqua Memorabilis is more juicy, citrusy, and pulpy, kind of like thick, juicy citrus juice. This is got some other notes, spices, and it's got that ambroxan, which adds that sexy layer to the fragrance. And it makes for a great smelling freshie. So this 21 Conduit Street is 100 ml for $213, and normally 75 ml is $210. So you're getting that extra 25 ml juice with that fragrance. And again, these will not last. These are almost gone, and next year, most likely, you won't be able to get 100 ml anymore. I'm getting a phone call, one sec. And last but not least, we've got Pavillon Rouge. Pavillon Rouge is, to me, like an amped up take on Jazz Club. It's boozy, tobacco-ish, but very creamy, smooth offering. And a fragrance that's got a lot more depth than Jazz Club does. But to me, it reminds me of a similar style of fragrance. It's warm, it's spicy, it's boozy, it's tobacco-ish. It's more tobacco leaf rather than tobacco, smoked tobacco or burned ashy tobacco. So it has that depth. But in the end, when I think about this Pavillon Rouge, it does remind me of just more of a beefy take on Jazz Club. So this is right now, same thing, 100 ml for $213. Normally in the store right now, 75 ml for $210. So you are getting the 100 ml sizes, but these will be gone permanently and you won't be able to get them. So all of the fragrances right now should be tagged. The only one that's the least expensive is private label. It's 100 ml for $200, and the rest are 100 ml for $213. And if you go to a store right now, you can only get the 75 ml. So take advantage of those before they run out. Let's move on to one of my favorite Tiziana Terenzi fragrances. This is Ursa. You can get a tester now for $95. And if you like the fragrance, what's it called? Whoa, I'm losing it. I forgot the name of Killian. Straight to Heaven, that's what it is. This to me is a more amped up take on Straight to Heaven. Also made a little bit animalic with animalic leather. But it's patchouli with fruity notes, boozy notes, lightly vanillic, and that leather that has been added to this that Straight to Heaven doesn't have. So 100 ml for $95. It's a great price. Or you can get full presentation for $121. But one of my favorite fragrances, because this normally sells for around $375 for 100 ml. So get this right away. It's a great deal. You don't need the full presentation. Take the tester for $95 and you will have a super strong replacement for Straight to Heaven with an added slightly animalic leathery depth. So that is Ursa. I've spoken a lot about Ursa. It's one of my favorite fragrances from Terenzi. I absolutely love patchouli, and this is a fruity, boozy patchouli with light warmth and that leather, as I was mentioning. It's so good, so good. And then we've got Cas from Terenzi, 100 ml for $135. This is normally $475 for this normally. This is an unusual fragrance, but I have to highlight it because there's a lot of like ambergris ambroxan in the base. So if you guys like this salty kind of ambergris ambroxan touch, you should try it. But this also there's rose here, and there's also green bell pepper. So it's a little oudy. There's a little bit of smoky birch in here, black pepper, and then warmth with light vanilla and musk. But it does dry down to something kind of amber woody. And they've mentioned that there's ambergris, so it adds a light layer of saltiness. And to me, ambroxan is a little salty anyway. I feel like since it is the alternative to a synthetic recreation of ambergris, they've tried to make it similar, although to me they don't smell alike, but the experience is a bit similar. So ambroxan to me is a bit ambery, woody, spicy, and salty and musky at the same time. So this is what you get with Cas. If you like the idea of green bell pepper, so it comes off green, it's rose, peppery notes, oud and the ambergris and ambroxan. Definitely check out Cas. Cas from the house of Tiziana Terenzi. So I'm going to talk about this one. I actually bought this fragrance from one of the videos, and I actually featured it in a haul portion like this as well some time ago. But the price I paid myself for this is $105. Now it's even further down. This is $60 for a 50 ml. This is SHAURAN's Patchouli Vision. So I paid $105 for that. You can get it for $60 now. It's highly discounted. And normally suggested retail price for this is around $250. So it is so highly discounted. If you like patchouli and fragrances, definitely try this one. It's a patchouli that's a bit chocolatey, and it's very warm. There's ambery resinous touches here. And again, there's light green elements running throughout it as well, because sometimes patchouli can come off a bit green. But super earthy, very warm resinous, ambery, lightly chocolatey, and chocolate cakey, I should say. There's no chocolate in this. It just comes off a bit chocolatey. But I think it's a really delicious offering. And for 60 bucks, that is such a great price for this. That is a discount and a half. 60 from suggested retail price of $250. And I discovered this brand at Harrods. And again, no, they didn't get any distribution here, and all of a sudden they're at the discounters. And this stuff is awesome. Get it right away before it runs out. It's so good. So good. 60 bucks for that. Normally it's a 250, and I paid 110. I thought I was getting a good deal. And now it's even further discounted. This is the full presentation. It's not on. There we go. So that is Patchouli Vision from SHAURAN. Ooh, it's good. I'm a patchouli lover, if you guys didn't know that already. All right, next, going to the House of Thomas KOSMALA. This is number 4, Neon. So this is 100 ml for $100 currently. This is normally $235 if you bought it at suggested retail price. So this to me is taking number 4, Après l'Amour, the more popular fragrance from the house, and it goes into a fruity, kind of tart, fun, playful kind of a electric territory. So if you like the idea of something fruity, tart, juicy, and amber woods and things like that with the original Après l'Amour number 4 from Thomas KOSMALA, definitely take advantage of that. There is a little bit of a metallic edge about it. It's a bit screechy and also slightly Aventus-like, but I don't think this is an Aventus dupe, but it is acting a bit kind of like screechy, woody, cool and crisp with light kind of pineapple fruity undertones. So that's Neon from the House of Thomas KOSMALA, and it's number 4 Neon is what I should say. And then we've got this fragrance here. This is from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo. This is Arte ORAFA. 100 ml for $103. This is a Julian Rasconnais creation. This is normally around $250 for 100 ml. And I bought this some time ago to do a Julian Rasconnais deep dive video. I did that last year. So if you haven't caught that video, please go catch it. But this to me is a take on something like his The Moon from Frederic Malle. It's not identical, and it's similar idea. It's fruity, it's oody, it's leathery, it's spicy. For me, this is not as dry as The Moon, but this gives me the idea and the vibe of The Moon. But yeah, I mean, it's a Julian Rasconnais creation for Salvatore Ferragamo. This is Arte ORAFA. It's $103 right now. Normally it's $250. And if you can't afford The Moon, you want something similar but not identical, I think this would make a great alternative for The Moon. Try it. Arte ORAFA from Salvatore Ferragamo. And then we've got this cheapie. This is one of my favorite cheapies, and it's a great patchouli to wear all year round. It's a great trail. It's a designer-esque patchouli. This is sensual patchouli. It's 100 ml for $26, but you can also get this, which is an eau de parfum, for $60, which is a great deal. But here, with this, you can get it for $26. This is $26. It does wear lighter. It's not as thick. And for me, patchouli always has a great trail and longevity. And that's what I like about it. But this is not super loud, but also not super skin scenty. It's just a perfect take on patchouli. This is a floral take on patchouli. And right now it's 100 ml for $26 as a tester, or 100 ml for $34 with full presentation. And the full presentation is a box like this. But it's super sexy. I love this patchouli as well. This is a very floral take. I believe there are floral notes against the patchouli. And the patchouli is that really sexy, earthy, woody note that makes fragrances come alive for me. Really awesome. This is the kind of patchouli that if I was obsessed with patchouli and I can only buy one fragrance, this is something I would have and wear day in and day out. And I would be in patchouli heaven. Because it's inexpensive, it smells great, it has decent longevity, it has great projection, and so it would satisfy me. But that is Sensual Patchouli from the house of Angel Schlesser. And then we've got two more fragrances until we get to the bonus haul that I'm going to do here. I'm going to the house of Gritti next. And I actually spoke about this recently in the Tropical Fragrances video. This is Siracusa. This is 100 ml for $110. Normally it's $250 plus for this. So this is a bit tropical. This is fruity. It's very aromatic and also leans masculine. So it's slightly beachy, but also kind of green. It's aromatic. It's spicy. And Siracusa is a city in Sicily, I believe, is what people were saying, which I couldn't remember on camera the other day. But if you like the idea of a tropical fragrance, a bit more masculine leaning, check out Siracusa. It's also a great colored bottle, as you can see, with a nice cap on it. So this is normally over $250. This is right now $110. It is tagged. Everything should be timestamp tagged and easy for you guys to take advantage of these deals. And this is via YouTube shopping. All right, the last fragrance I'm going to talk to you about, I've already mentioned this multiple times. This is an awesome find. I actually bought this as one of the fragrances that I was talking about to buy. This is Gritti's Muscaria. It's so good, guys. It's 100 ml for $125 for a tester, 100 ml for $150 as a full presentation. This is also over $300. And if you like the idea of very resinous amber take on Musk Ravageur, you've got to get your hands on one of this fragrance. With the coming autumn and winter months, this fragrance is going to smell amazing on you. It's super awesome. It's very resinous, very ambery, a little smoky, lightly musky. It's so good. There's some light chocolatey and caramelly undertones as well, which is what I like about it. So it's kind of like taking it into a little bit of a gourmand direction. But for me, between Siracusa and this is tops. I love this. And it's such a great price as well. A great price for that. $125 for this super strong extrait de parfum, musky amber fragrance, resinous amber fragrance. One of the best fragrances. I think this is like one of the best fragrances I've smelled from Gritti. I'm not the biggest fan of the brand. I think some of the fragrances I don't click with as much. But when I smelled this, I was obsessed. It was a blind buy too, and it was a damn good blind buy. Anyway, get this right away. This is fantastic. A great price for Muscaria from the house of Gritti. I highly recommend it. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm not going to do it as a bonus section. I'm just going to do the haul after all of these fragrances. All right, so I've got my boxes here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fragrances that I'm going to talk to you about. These are fragrances that I actually mentioned in videos like this. And these are blind buys. I have not smelled these fragrances. Well, one of them is just a backup bottle that I'll let you know, but the rest of it is just a blind buy. So first we're gonna start with Naughty Patchouli Tester from the brand The Fragrance Kitchen. And this is how I received it. And there's a leak on it, which is disappointing. I'm hoping it hasn't leaked in the actual bottle, which doesn't look like it has. Whoa, I made that. So this is Naughty Patchouli from the house of The Fragrance Kitchen. On the back it says, "I don't mind living in a man's world as long as I can be a woman in it," quoted by Marilyn Monroe. So that's Naughty Patchouli. Let's go ahead and smell it. The box didn't smell that good. So I hope, ooh, that's weird. It's a blind buy. I paid $60 for this, and it's currently still $60 on the discounters. It's not one of my favorite fragrances, sadly. But normally this is around $250, $230. And it's a brand called the Fragrance Kitchen. I don't know if you guys know about the brand. They are trying to make a comeback. I hear that they are going to be making a comeback. I think there's some changeover with the brand. And so I have one review on the channel from this house, and I forgot the name of the fragrance. And this is my second bottle from the Fragrance Kitchen. It's okay as a scent. It's not my all-time favorite. I'm not getting much patchouli. I feel like there's rose here. Something saffrony, Middle Eastern smelling. Where is the patchouli? And the smell of this fragrance is the smell of what that was leaked on that box. So perhaps this leaked, but I don't see the bottle having much in the way of staining, but then again, might have. As you can see also, it's a tester, so there's some wearing off situation with the bottle as well. All right, well, that's not a very good blind buy. I didn't know what to expect, but you can't win all blind buys. Let's move on to the house of Nikos Parfums. This is Vague Door. This is not a tester. And I've been collecting the sculpture fragrances. So this is Nikos Parfums Sculptured Vague Door. And I've been wanting this. They just announced a new one that I heard about as well. But this one came out last year, and I'm finally getting my hands on it. Let's see what it is all about. I don't remember what the note breakdown for this is, but this is the bottle. So they've, like the original Nikos came out, oh, well, my nose is itchy. The original Nikos came out in the early 90s, and then like 3-4 years ago, they launched a parfum of the original Nikos sculpture, I should say. And then since then, they've been launching flanker after flanker. And now they have this, and they also have just announced another one. So let's see what these are all going to smell like. There's a few that I really like, though. So this is Nikos Parfums Sculpture Vague Door. It's a bit sugary, ambery, caramelly. Why is it reminding me of Angel's Share? Not identical, but something like that. Something a bit like Wajan. Ooh, this is kind of good. The bottle's kind of cool also. Let me know if you guys have tried this. I will have to put that to use. But first one was disappointing. This one is better. Yeah, it smells good, actually. So next we've got another tester. So this is Carolina Herrera's Bronze Tonka. So the first two fragrances are still selling at the discounter. This one is no longer. This was also a tester. Tester, as you can see, it doesn't come in full presentation. So this was, I purchased this for 100 ml, $136. This collection sells for over $300, I believe. So this is Bronze Tonka. Great looking bottle. And I don't know what to expect, but I really love Tonka fragrances. And this is not an easy brand to find around here. So, well, I don't think any Carolina Herrera fragrances are sold except for the original lineup that's at Macy's. Nothing else is sold anywhere. So anyway, let's try this. So again, as I said, I paid 100 ml for $136 as a tester. I don't see it online anymore. So when you see deals like this is a tester, by the way. And sometimes you don't get the caps. I got the cap in that box. And sometimes when you see a deal and it's something you've been wanting, it could be a bad blind buy, but you can sell it on. If you don't want it, this is what I would do, is take advantage of these. So if you hear anything in this video that you like the sound of, take it, then you can sell it. So this is very Middle Eastern. I feel like it's like saffron heavy. Where is the Tonka? I'm going to put it on. Okay, the Tonka is better on my skin right now. Ooh, still very Middle Eastern. It's a bit chocolatey as well. More like carob, not chocolate. Okay. That's a score, I think. Ooh. What do you guys think? Bronze Tonka. I paid $136 for it, and it's sold out. Yep. That does smell good. There's something tart in there as well. I wonder what that could be. But gorgeous. Super gorgeous on skin. Okay, next up, we're talking about JIL Sander. This is Sun Men as a tester as well. So I'm not going to spray this, but I'll open it up and show you how this came. It came with the, you know, like this, and the cap is there, which is awesome. I hate it when I buy a tester and the cap is not there. I recently bought a tester, and I'll let you guys know about it. And the tester, I mean, the cap wasn't there. But if you don't know Sun Men, the reason I wanted that backup, I don't know how much longer this is going to be in production. So I decided to buy a backup bottle, and it was only $20 for 125 ml. This, on the other hand, is 150 ml. And to me, it's a sunny solar, slightly sweet, cozy men's fragrance. Yeah, it's a bit orangey, but I think it's more floral notes. It's also a bit like creamy, plasticky, which kind of like sunscreen, but not quite. Who's a fan? Let me know. Add a comment below. And this one I've been wanting for the longest time. It's an older men's fragrance from Azzaro. It's Pour Homme Low. I'm trying to build my Azzaro Pour Homme flankers collection, and maybe I'll do a video on the entire Azzaro Pour Homme collection that I have. But I've been wanting the Low for the longest time. I actually really love this frosted bottle, and it always draws me in. And being a fan of the original Pour Homme, I don't think this smells anything like it, but I wanted to have this. This was $33 for 100 ml, and these are still available. This to me smells like a juicy, citrusy take on the original, which is quite nice. No trace of the original in there. Although, wait a minute, is it in there? There's something in there that is reminding me a little bit of something that is familiar. Wow, I did not know this was that good. Probably doesn't last. It's an eau de toilette, so, but as a smell, it's something that you can wear nicely in the summertime. And I think it's citruses, maybe some light aromatics, and maybe some light woods as well. Who's a fan of that one? Let me know. I bought a few other Azzaro flankers recently, Pour Homme flankers. And that's probably the best one I have bought in recent times. Last but not least, I bought the ZARKOPERFUME Molecule 234.38 tester. And I paid 100 ml for $70 on that one. So this is a molecular fragrance, kind of like, oh, it does say tester on it. That's a bummer. I hate it when they do that. Oh, well. That's the thing with some brands when testers, it says testers on it. And I'm going to if I keep showing that on screen, it's going to like, oh, look at that. It's a tester. Crazy. But this is kind of like Molecule 1, I believe. I really wanted to have it. Some of you recommended it. Yep. Smells like Molecule 1. But pretty strong. I wonder if the concentration of the... Oh, yeah, it could be stronger because... Oh, yeah, it could be stronger because it's an eau de parfum, and molecule 1 is an eau de toilette. This smells much stronger. Recently, I had a reaction when I was at Givaudan. I was smelling some of their proprietary ingredients like Akigala wood, and most importantly, Georgie wood. And Georgie wood is kind of like ISOE Super. It smelled so fantastic. It's smelling more like this because this seems to be much higher concentrated. Wow, that actually is super awesome. Super duper. I'm gonna have to buy a regular bottle. I'm gonna gift that to somebody that is obsessed with molecule 1. They would like it and they wouldn't mind the tester, but that is really, really good. If you are a fan of molecule 1 and you wanted it to be a bit stronger, definitely get that. Definitely get that. It is really, really great. I'm going to have to test it before I give this away, but wow. Being a fan of Eccentric Molecules Molecule 1, I feel like it's a bit lighter when you wear that fragrance, but yeah, this right off the strip is pretty strong. Let's see. Ooh, lovely. That is great. Super musky and very woody. All right, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments about any of the fragrances I spoke to you about today, please add a comment. And if I get around to reading it, I will reply to your questions. Also, if you want to buy any of the fragrances I spoke about today, you can do so at the specific chapter or timestamp. All of these are highly discounted, and so if you're in the market for any of these, take advantage of them, because just like that Tonka fragrance from Carolina Herrera, that one's already all done. And so if a deal is like a super deal, whether it's a tester or not a tester, if you think it's a super deal, take advantage of it right away. Get it before, you know, it's gone forever. But yeah, these are all timestamp tagged. And thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, as I said, please list below. Please interact with this video, like it, share it, please comment. And yeah, subscribe to the channel as well so that you'll be notified for any future videos. See you guys later. Bye-bye.